Hey y'all, it's Megan and Charlie. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. It's not going to be Disney stuff today. Today we're just going to do a little casual Q&A, I guess, kind of thing. Get to know me a little bit better. So if you have been following my channel for a while, you probably recognize some of my critters. We lost one of them last week, our oldest, Sasha. So that is where I was last week. Charlie is still here with us. He's our next oldest boy. He's gonna be 16 in April. And Athena, you know Athena. I'm sure she will come in here at any moment. So I thought today we could just have a casual little chat while I hang out with them on the floor. And since it's been a little while since I really introduced myself, I don't know that I've done any like get to know me stuff since maybe the first year that I have been doing this. I don't know. It's been now, I started in 2017, January 2017, so we just crossed 6 years, and so some of you may not know anything about me other than I was a skipper, and that's pretty much all you need to know for the channel. But in case you are curious about anything else about me, I thought that's what we do today. And I would love to hear your answers to these little questions as well. So I wanted to get to know you guys a little bit better. If I don't already talk to you on Instagram or in the comments and stuff, like some of you I know pretty well, but some of you are new here, so I'd like to get to know y'all as well. So go ahead and leave your answers as we do this down in the comments if you feel like it. Here's Athena. Hi, babes. Are you coming to say hi too? So these are not going to be like hard-hitting questions, obviously, just like some fun little things. What is the last show that I streamed? Goodness. Let's see. I was watching New Amsterdam. Is the most recent thing that I've been watching. And Cameron and I also just watched Ted Lasso, and we cannot wait for season 3. Like, I didn't think I was going to like Ted Lasso, but I'm totally on board with it now. What is my dream job? I'm gonna kind of amend this to say like my dream Disney job, because my dream job is to just like work at Disney again in some capacity. So like that's the overarching dream, is to be back within the Disney company at some point in some capacity. But my dream Disney job, like what I would actually want to do if I had any choice, I think I would want to be a plaid. I want to do the tours. Giving tours is one of my very favorite things, and I know that that's probably one of the most coveted jobs, is being a VIP tour guide. I don't necessarily need to do it for like celebrities and stuff. I would love to do like Keys to the Kingdom tours and that kind of thing. I loved giving tours when I was in college. I would volunteer and do like dorm tours and stuff like that. That's just kind of my jam, which is probably how I ended up being a Jungle Cruise skipper, because it's basically a tour guide kind of. We're just like really bad at it and you tell bad jokes. So, you know, that kind of thing, that's my dream job, is if I could just make it happen. I would love to be a guest relations cast member and get to do the tours around specifically Magic Kingdom. What is my favorite movie of all time? I feel like I'm doing like a Disney answer and a non-Disney answer for these. My favorite Disney movie of all time, Lion King. Lion King will forever and always be my favorite Disney movie. It's my favorite. Can't help it. Can't stop, won't stop. And my favorite non-Disney movie, one that I can just watch pretty much anytime it's on, any time of day, I can watch The Sound of Music. I love The Sound of Music. And Titanic is up there too, but Titanic is a little bit more emotionally draining than The Sound of Music. I mean, Sound of Music is just a feel-good movie. I love me some Sound of Music. And as soon as I start watching it, I start singing around the house, and you know your girl can't sing, so it's a good time for everybody involved. What's a country I would like to visit in the future? Disney answer, Japan. I would love to go to Tokyo Disney. Also Disneyland Paris though, so France. Non-Disney answer, see Sound of Music. I desperately want to go to Austria. That's been on my bucket list for my entire life. Haven't been very many places outside the country, but Austria is definitely at the top of my list. Who was my first crush? Well, this is an interesting one. His name was Mark, and he lived next door to me, and he was absolutely terrified of me. I was an abrasive 4-year-old, and I was like, this kid who has just moved in next to me, clearly destined to be my husband. I was obsessed with him, and I was kind of big for my age, I guess. I matured quickly and then completely stopped. So I was pretty tall for a 4-year-old, and I would chase this poor kid around. And oh god, I invited him to my birthday party when I turned 5 too, and his parents and he were like, they were so nice that he came and he brought me a present and everything. But he just like, we have a photo from my birthday party when you can see him sitting in the corner on our like big comfy chair thing. It wasn't a recliner, but it was like a big leather chair, and he is just sitting there with his dad, terrified. Like, why am I here? I don't want to be here. Dad, please take me home. So I'm sorry, Mark. Disney answer, Max Goof. If you were a young kid in the 90s, you probably also had that, which is kind of creepy now to me. But like when he did the power line thing, and then after school, after he had done the power line thing, he puts the glasses on and like goes off on his skateboard. Oh, my young heart could not take it. What did I want to be when I was a kid? So many things. So many things. I went through some of the normal things, like I wanted to be a vet and I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a hairstylist for a little while. I don't know why I thought I was ever going to have that capacity. That's not a talent that I possess. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be an actress. Those things also don't have the talent for that, so I'm not sure where I was going. The best one was I wanted to be a chef. But I wanted to be a chef in the nature that like Food Network chefs are chefs. I wanted to have little bowls of pre-measured, pre-cut up, ready-to-go ingredients out in front of me where I could just dump them into the pot and stir it a few times and voila, delicious food. I did not want to do the prepping and the chopping and the cleaning of the dishes. I didn't want to do any of the things that actually pertain to being a chef. I think I wanted to be Rachel Ray or Emerald. Like that was my idea of what a chef was, and I wanted to do that for a while. I wanted to be a writer, was real into creative writing for a little while. Thought I was gonna write the next great American novel. Don't have that talent either. So I went through a lot of things like that. I never did the astronaut thing, and I never did like firefighter or policeman or anything like that. There was a period of time when I was in middle school where I was real into like CSI and did all that kind of stuff. Wanted to be a forensic scientist, and then what I wanted to be for the majority of my life, aside from lawyer, that had the biggest chunk. The other thing that was major was a fashion designer. When I was in 5th grade, I said I'm going to be a fashion designer, and I carried that all the way up until I actually went to college. The plan was to get a degree in PR and then go to FIT in New York and get a master's in fashion design. But then I didn't do that. So that's where the fashion design died. So that's why I still make my Halloween costumes every year. I kind of get my fashion creative sewing bug out every 365 days, basically. I do it once a year, and that's good for me. That's good. What is something I'm really bad at? Making decisions, as you can tell from the job situation there. That was just real good demonstration of that. I'm terrible at making decisions, but I'm also really bad with like music. Anything pertaining to music, I am awful. Absolutely terrible. I cannot read music. I cannot play an instrument. I can't sing. I'm not even sure I can tell when someone is a good singer. Like I'm pretty sure I'm completely tone deaf. It's really quite unfortunate because I really like to sing loudly, but it's really, really bad. And the only instrument that I ever even came close to being able to produce something that sounded like a note from was the recorder, and like God help my parents, my poor parents, from the ages of whatever, 4th grade, 4th through 6th grade I think is when they made us play the recorder. My God, that was a dark time. Oh, an oldie but a goodie. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? At different times in my life, I would have picked different things. I, at some points, would have wanted to be able to teleport, and that still would be kind of cool because I hate flying, but I like to travel. It's kind of a problem. But the thing that is most assuredly what I would want to do now is I would want to be able to communicate with animals. I'm kind of a Disney princess at heart. I talk to all the animals anyway, whether they can understand me or not. I talk to these little guys nonstop. Did I scare you? I'm sure. I talk to these guys. I talk to ducks that I see in the, in the parks when I'm at Disney. I talk to random stray animals that I see outside. Goodness. Mr. Diesel? You good? I talk to random animals that I see outside, like literally if a skunk or an armadillo or a possum, like I talk to all those kinds of critters. If I was to see a bear in the woods, I would probably try to talk to it. I will slow down in the road and talk to deer that I see at night because I literally think that I'm Snow White sometimes, and I'm clearly not. But I would love to be able to talk to them and mainly be able to say like, what's wrong. Like, you know, use it for good, but also I desperately need to know what's going on in these little guys' heads sometimes, because it doesn't look like a lot. If I could live anywhere, where would I live? The default answer is Florida, because I was born in Florida. That is, like, you know, Florida has my heart, Disney and all that. But if I could live anywhere, like if money was no object kind of thing, I'd probably move back to Hawaii. I loved living in Hawaii. I am very much a shorts and flip-flops kind of person. And if I can wear that year-round, that is fantastic. And yeah, you can pretty much do that in Florida. But there's some days that are chillier than others. But also, I just really loved island life. And something about Hawaii, specifically like North Shore of Oahu, that was my favorite. And I'd probably want to live there if I just like came into a bunch of money. But Florida is a good second. Do I have any weird talents? Not really. I don't really think anything that I can do is that weird. I also don't think of anything that I can do as like a specific talent. Something weird that I do, it's not really a talent. I'm probably the only person that you know of that is under like maybe 70 or 60 years old that plays pinochle. I play pinochle with my family pretty much every weekend. I'm not good at it. I'm not even close to good at it, but my family and I, we play pinochle. I learned during COVID, and now we play pinochle every weekend. So what is a perfect day? I am so boring. A perfect day literally is pretty much what we do on the weekends. We usually get coffee, or we make coffee and take it with us, but usually I like to buy coffee. We go and we get coffee, and then we go to a plant nursery. There's a ton of local ones around us, and we go and we look at the plants. A lot of the nurseries have cats, so I get to play with a cat and look at plants and have coffee, and those are my favorite things outside of Disney. So I love doing that. And then, you know, if I did that, then I could come home and take a nap and then have like something delicious for some kind of like milkshake or cookies or something with dinner. That would be a pretty good day. And I feel like that's a pretty attainable day. Like, kind of do that every weekend. It's not like I'm wanting to go to a castle or something every weekend. I don't have big aspirations for the perfect day. Just, you know, casual, low-key, maybe a book. I like reading. So pretty boring. Bonus question that I just came across, and I am just going to throw it in here because I think it's the funniest question I've seen on this list. Would I rather have an elephant-sized dog or a dog-sized elephant? Both. I would love to have a teeny tiny elephant that lived in my house. That sounds amazing. It's a meme somewhere that I've seen. It's like, are you a cat or a dog person? It says me. I'd pet a crocodile if I was certain that it wouldn't bite me. I literally love all animals except for snakes. I can't handle the danger noodles, sorry. But all animals, I love them, and I would bring them into my home happily. So if there was a little teeny tiny elephant the size of Athena or Charlie, like, yes. Immediately, yes. Please bring that into my home. But equally, if we just kind of like made Athena into like Clifford and she was the size of an elephant, also yes. Like, also want that. I'm not sure how she would be in the house. Like, she'd have to stay in the yard. But I still want that. So logistically, I guess I'd rather have the dog-sized elephant, but I think that a gigantic dog would also be really, really cute. So that's it, guys. We just had a little fun casual day. I'm just hanging out in workout clothes. I'm like, we're all friends here, right? You know me by now. The past week's been a little rough, so the idea of like sitting down and doing research and planning a whole bunch of stuff for an in-depth like history video or something like that, I didn't feel like that was part of my ministry this week. So I was like, we're just gonna do something real casual. I'm gonna pull up a list of questions on the internet and we're just gonna have a chat. So I hope that was okay with you guys for this week, and we'll have some more Disney content coming soon. So thanks for being patient with me and just having fun hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.